Michael, do you know what the leading cause of death for pregnant people is?
Pregnant people?
Mm-hmm.
Mothers? Women?
If you'd like to call them mothers, not all of them are mothers, but if you'd like to call them that.
What are they if they're not mothers?
They're pregnant people.
What people other than mothers are pregnant?
Does it bother you to use inclusive language?
Well,
It's just interesting
I prefer to use precise language.
This video is brought to you by The Officer Tatum Store. The Officer Tatum Store. Ladies and gentlemen, if you spend more than $120 on the store, you get free shipping, the 3-day FedEx Express. You can track it. It has insurance, all of the above. Also, our Let's Go Brandon whiskey glasses are back. I need to have one here so I can drink a little whiskey because the stuff that I'm talking about today will blow your socks off. Also, we got brand new hats and all of this cool stuff, and now we have it available for you to pre-order all of our coming soon stuff. All you got to do is click on the item. You'll go down here. It'll say pre-order. You hit the pre-order, or you can put notify me when made available. But the people who pre-order first, you get your merch first. And if it sell out, the people who didn't buy it first, they're going to be in trouble. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notification anytime I go live, make a video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. These leftists are absolutely out of control. They're out of control. And thank God Michael Knowles, a great conservative, is willing to call these people on their BS. Now, I want you to watch this clip of Michael Knowles doing an interview, and the girl is literally trying to get him to avoid the English language and biology, to kowtow, to kiss the rear end of people who are delusional. Roll the clip.
Michael, do you know what the leading cause of death for pregnant people is?
Pregnant people?
Mm-hmm.
Mothers? Women?
If you'd like to call them mothers, not all of them are mothers, but if you'd like to call them that.
What are they if they're not mothers?
They're pregnant people.
What people other than mothers are pregnant?
Does it bother you to use inclusive language?
Well,
It's just interesting.
I prefer to use precise language.
It's interesting because you come into this conversation, trying to hold this moral superiority, but then I
try to be moral when I can, but
Right, but when I use inclusive language, which it only takes a couple extra syllables to use inclusive language.
To include
and
who?
It seems to include people who don't, identify as women but can become pregnant.
So, like a person who's born a woman and then identifies as a man and is pregnant.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that in order to be a moral person, I need to accept the idea that a man, someone who is born a man and looks like a man, can really become a woman. That's a prerequisite of my being a moral person.
I mean, yes. To me it is, because if you are trying to deny someone of their identity and deny what their life experience is, then that doesn't seem like a moral stance to me. I want to be accepting and I want to respect people's life experiences and respect the way that they want to identify and respect the way that they want to present themselves to the world.
Bronte, I would
Yes.
like to identify, I do identify actually, as the correct person on this issue of abortion. I identify as being correct and more correct than you on this issue. And I would just ask that you accept and affirm my identity. Do you?
Well, you are not a medical professional, and abortion and pregnancy
No, I'm
is
just
a
talking about
medical
my identity.
concern. That's not your identity.
That is my identity. I promise you, that's my identity.
I wish I had more of that clip to show because I feel like that was going to end up being brutal. But this is the kind of stuff that we're talking about. These are the types of things that we are discussing in the educational realm. It's inclusive to what? It's crazy to me that we're trying to change language. I think it's perfectly fine to say only women can be pregnant. Now, if you want to think of something outside of you can classify that on your own terms. This is not reality. Only women can get pregnant. Only female humans can get pregnant. Now, you may identify as whatever you want to be, but at the end of the day, you're still a female. You may not want to be a female. You may not want to look like a female. You want to dress like a man. But at the end of the day, you have fallopian tubes, you have ovaries. You a woman, bruh. And the only reason that you even grow hair is because you're taking hormones. You ain't naturally like that. Listen, let me say this. Why aren't you naturally that way? Because you're a woman. Just like a man. The only reason you begin to look like a woman, or you stop growing hair on your legs, your voice box like drop a couple octaves, is because you're taking drugs. Why can't you just be a woman and look like you look when you were born? Oh, because it's not about the way you feel. You want other people to think this way about you. You want other people to create this facade about what a woman should look like, or at least you adopted what other people believe is a facade of what a woman looks like. Why can't you just redefine what a woman is? Oh, you know you're not, because you do abide by the norms of humanity. You just want to play and twist it to benefit you when you want it to benefit you. Let me tell you this. You know, they talk about this concept called non-binary. Think about this for a minute. L, B, G, or is it LGBTQ? Every single one of those is a binary. How are you going to be a trans? You can't be a trans something outside of being a trans woman or a man. What other trans can you be? They only transition into being a man or a woman. There's no transition to do something else. That's binary. Okay. Gay and lesbian. Who do you like? Would a girl like another girl? Not anything else, but a girl like a girl, a boy like a boy. That's two different genders. That's the only we talking about, two genders. And y'all have the two gender concept in your own language. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Because, you know, these people come out and they say, I'm a trans person. I thought you was a girl. Now you say you're a trans girl. You guys are just creating a bowl of confusion. And then you want everybody else to be dumb enough to agree with it. I'd say, look, let's start with the English language. You can't have pronouns that go beyond the English language. And if you do, you have to admit that you made it up. It's not within the English language. You cannot teach pronouns in an English class. Because people who are supposed to be teaching the English language, it's not such thing as a singular person being called they. There's a difference between singularity and plurality. But instead of them just keeping it real and saying, well, we're going outside the English language, we're making up words, we're making up concepts that don't exist, I would say, all right, I agree with you. But when y'all trying to make stupidity real and make real stupidity, you lost me.